look at the first, the earlier Orleans albums, and it's like John, Hall and Hall, Hall and Hall, all the way through, and then you've got your name on one or two of them, and you're on one.
Okay, later on, yeah.
Later on, and then as the third one hits, then we've got more of your things on there. Was that a point of contention?
Yes. It was all politics. I mean, the bottom line is real simple, and looking back on it, it's very easy to sort out. John and his ex-wife, Johanna Hall, were extremely prolific writers, and they were good writers. And not every single song they wrote was a Still the One, but still, there are a lot of good songs. So I was writing a lot of songs, Wells was writing a lot of songs, and we couldn't all get everything we wanted on the album. And John and Johanna had the most sway. And so that's kind of just how it panned out. And the reason that I had more stuff on the Forever album, with Love Takes Time, was because John was out of the band at that point. So there was just more room for other people. And it's that simple,
So if he was here, I would ask him, how did you feel that Larry was singing your songs? I mean, that is the oddest thing about it.
Well, the serendipity of that, the weird, cool thing about that was, all right, so John wrote the song, John wanted to sing the song. John sang the lion's share of leads because he wrote the lion's share of songs, but Still the One was out of his range, right? It was too high in the key that made sense on the guitar. Dance With Me, same thing. Larry should take the melody because that's where the voice is. And those became the hits, so Larry sang the hits. And it was that blend of John's writing and Larry's singing and the vocal sound, became the cornerstones of what people know Orleans for. So it's just how it worked out. It was like case in point. Well, should Larry have sung more songs? Well, probably, but it is more about who has the ball,
And it also is it's a perfect example of what I was saying about Chuck harnessing the strengths. I mean, I was the right voice for those songs. John wrote the songs, they were the right songs. And so you put what works. And obviously he was right because they're still playing them on the radio. So it's easier for a producer to go, wait a minute, you need to sing that. We're going to do this song, he's going to sing it, we're going to do it like that. And, there could have been a lot of things different people could have sung different songs, whatever, but that's what, it came out the way it came out.
It's interesting that all these things happen at an age where we don't get it. You're kids, and it's like, it's all about me.
That's why youth is wasted on the young, That's why they say that.
Well, we blew up in '77. We walked away, John walked away from the band, and there was a lot of reasons that came out like 20 years later, the why, but according to different people's perspectives. But at the crest of the wave, post Still the One, at the height of our thing, it just self-destructed. And John was gone for 7 years while we persisted and kind of went up and down, up and down. And then we reconvened, Larry, John, and I. And from '84 up until last year, 2006, it was the three of us with one or two others, fairly stable, but the core band, the three of us, because Wells passed away in '84, and that was that. So up until, that's a 22-year stretch or something. But we never regained the momentum or the notoriety or what we might have become had we stayed together. We just were too immature, like young bulls in a china shop. And you can't recapture that. I mean, you can't. We're really grateful that we're able to work these days based on the hits that we had and the continuing fan base, but there's no telling what might have been, and we can't go back.